Hey guys, welcome to AngularJS tutorial. In this session, we'll be learning how you can secure your application. Suppose if a user he hasn't entered the right username and password, so he should not be able to enter your application, right? So in the previous session, what we saw was we had a form and where we had like username and password and a button which on clicking on which if you have entered like right username and password, so you are getting navigated to some other page that was dashboard. But even if the user or you have not entered the right username and password, but again like directly if you're giving the this slash dashboard to the url, you were navigating to this file, which is not supposed to happen because you have not given the right username and password. So we'll see how it works. First, what we'll do, we'll just go and check and run this thing and we'll see till now how it works. So okay, so if I go to start.html, username, password, if I hit on login, see I have entered to here, right? But if suppose I have not given username and password and directly here if I enter something as dashboard, see still I'm able to enter here, which is not supposed to happen. So what we'll do is we'll give some line of code to prevent this thing. So in AngularJS, we have something called resolve, right? So whenever the controller enters over here, and when so before reaching to this, we have to write something called resolve. So what I'll do is I'll give something as resolve, right? And in resolve, we need to put a check. So and this check, what it will do, it here we can define a function where we'll write what should happen before navigating to this template, right? So under this check, what I'm going to do is I'm defining a function. Okay, and under this function I'll be writing one if condition. Okay, so that if condition will decide if you have not entered the right username and password, then it should not navigate you to this template URL, right? So this part just leave it for now. So we have something called root scope in AngularJS. So root scope is like it's nothing but it's kind of global variable to which whatever value you assign, it remains same throughout your application, or whatever controller. Suppose you have defined 3 to 4 more controllers over here, and root scope you have given some value over here, so that value will remain same for all those controllers for this particular variable which is root scope, right? So what we'll do, we'll define something to root scope. So suppose if the user has entered right username and password, so before navigating to this dashboard, right, what I'll do, I'll just define root scope. Okay, root scope dot logged in, uh, logged in, I'll keep it as true, right? Okay, so so suppose now this value what we have keep it as kept it as true, right? So whenever this value is not true, that means the user have not entered the right username and password. In that condition, what you should do is you should navigate the user to the home page rather than navigating him to the dashboard, right? So what we have to do is under this if condition we have to define this value as if it is false, then what should happen, right? So what I'll do, I'll just copy this, okay, and pass it over here. So it says if this is true, right? So what we have to do is if it's not true, right? If it's not true, then what should happen, the user should be navigated to some like the home page, right? So what I'll do, location, okay, location dot path, I'll give it as homepage. So if the user has not entered the right username and password, so he will be navigated to, even if he tries, even from the URL, if he tries to navigate to dashboard, he won't be able to do that because he has not logged in, right? So okay, um, this was this bracket, and this was for this. This was for this one. So I guess here there should be a semicolon. And okay, let's just save it and let's go and check if it works or not. We'll go to start.html. Oh, even this has stopped coming. Okay, so okay guys, this should not be a semicolon, it should be a comma, because this is within the same condition, right? So now I'll just save it. And one more thing I've done is I passed root scope over here, which I had not done before. Okay, so I'm just saving it. Now let's go and check if it works or not. Just reload. We'll see if controller has loaded or not. Okay, so let's go and see start.html. Okay, it's started coming now. So first we'll see if our login is working properly or not, and then we'll see for the other condition. Okay, so now it's coming to welcome user. But suppose if the user has not logged in and he's directly trying to go to dashboard. So now see what happened? It threw the user to the home page, and that was what we wanted, right? See what was happening earlier, it was taking to you the dashboard page if you're typing over here dashboard. So this is how you can like keep a check if the user is not entering username and correct password, so he should not be able to navigate to the any page of your application, right? So guys, this is how you can secure your login application. So thanks for watching. See you in next tutorial.